Says I'm live, but it's not showing up on my channel. It says I'm not receiving data from the stream. Oh, hey, JDisc98, what's up, buddy? Hey, can you see this? You can see all this right now. Okay, because YouTube says it's not getting any data. Can you see and hear me, JDisc? Oh, okay, great. All right, we'll play then. I'll just keep it here. Usually I see your guys' chats through the YouTube channel, not my streaming software. But, all right, Jason Moore with us as well. All right, well, I just recorded the first half of my latest video, and it's my turn to play my games. So I thought I'd hop on and play those real quick in your guys' stadium. So I'm going to shuffle through here real quick to pick the stadium. And I got Frank JF. No, we'll tell you what. JDisc or Jason Moore, do you got a stadium you want me to play my game in? I'm in Atlantic City. Dogs fan, glad you did, buddy. Glad you did, buddy. I just recorded your clip that earned you your t-shirt. It's on the way. Thank you for sending that in. SEC champs, baby. Congratulations, dogs. But yeah, does anybody, if dogs fans leaving, how about JDisc or Jason Moore? Do you have a stadium you want me to play in? Doesn't have to be Atlantic City-ish. Sandman Dan sent me one. Steve K, how's it going, buddy? Sandman Dan sent me one. Old Timey Park, you got it. And I played a whole series there. I recorded some of the highlights. I'm not sure if I uploaded those in the highlight video, not yet. But oh shit, I forgot. I got to go download it first. You got it, man. It's gonna take a while to get it. I'm not gonna lie. Sewell's, it took him forever. So, I don't know what's going on with the shirts, but Pfizer's, they told me it was coming Monday, and all of a sudden it was shipped Monday. So he says it could be there anytime between yesterday and the 9th. So if you have a stadium, I added the question right in the Google form. If you have some kind of fun challenge that you can present in your stadium, if it's fun, if it's unique, I'll create some kind of challenge for it that could earn you a free shirt. All right, I got to go to Stadium Creator. I'm sorry. I'm distracted by you guys. But it's a happy distraction. This is weird. I've never done this on the... Yeah, because the channel itself shows that it says connect streaming software to go live. Viewers will be able to find your stream once you go live. But apparently I'm live, so that's cool. All right, old timey. Have I showcased this one before, Jason? Real quick, let me... Oh, look at that. We got the old Kingdom. The video I just recorded, I had 3 stadiums that I found in the vault. So I like to look in a page or two every time I hit that screen. From Atlanta, Tennessee, then back to Atlanta. Nice. Okay. Is this it? Jason Moore, I apologize. I can never get all you Jason straight. What your gamer tag is? This one doesn't look familiar though. Stadium looks cool. Sandman Dan, it has been a while. I was just talking about you too. Old timey. Oh, I put stadium. Shit, and I clicked in. Dan, please forgive me, buddy. I hope you guys understand. You made a great stadium and contributed to the RDL Stadium search called something about the boardwalk, right? I did play a series there. I do have highlights recorded, and I have used it, but I just want to mix things up just because I have so many stadiums that I want to play in. So I hope you guys forgive me for not playing in those stadiums anymore. I did play an entire series in Murph's, Minnesota, or Minneapolis Stadium, in Sewell, Charlotte. And then the one stadium I played in was Fiserv's last time I played Charlotte. So I hope you guys can forgive me for that. Doug, hello, buddy. We did my stadium last time. Upload the old one. It was 50 cents. I had it up there. I know. Yeah, you let me know, Steven. Just please, man, let me know. Make sure that they're uploaded because I don't want to show off old stadiums. I have so many stadiums, that I've seen. I don't know if you've changed, if it's the right one or not. So you just got to make sure that you've uploaded the right park. And as long as you just uploaded it, it'll be the first one that you see. So, all right, what am I doing back here? I got to look up Old Timey Park. I'm sorry, this hasn't been a riveting stream yet. And speaking of submitting stadiums, it's official now. The voting's done. I think 75% of you guys wanted to do the 30th. So, Doug. All right, man. The 30th will be the all-day stream for the first round of the 2024 Stadium of the Year contest. I'm going to be on pretty much all day. I'm going to get up, I'm going to take a shower, and come downstairs, maybe grab a bite to eat, and then stream all day. When you guys can make it on, I'll showcase your 3 stadiums. I would like for you to please submit them in a Google form, all 3 stadiums in one Google form. And in nice big block letters, official stadium contest entries, and then type out the 3 stadiums, maybe a brief description, especially if you don't plan on being live with me, whether it be in the chat box or call in, because we're going to have that set up by then too. I would love for as many of you to call in as possibly can, because people really enjoyed hearing from you guys, get inside your heads a little bit. This one, right? Is this the one? 43,950. All right, thanks, Steven. I appreciate it, man. I recorded the first half. Your stadium happens to be in the second half, which I plan on recording tomorrow, and then I'll probably start editing. I also want to record a little, commercial for my channel to put on, Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. But, yeah, I appreciate that, Steven. This is you, right, Jason? I like this one, too, though. I'm just going to save it. Not the online one. All right, well, I only see one from you. This is from DRob29. Let me throw Park on there. See if that helps. Okay. All right, we'll save that one. I think I should have a blank spot in here. Maybe not. Definitely just recorded that one, so I'll get rid of that one. Okay, yeah, there's things about the foul territory, like where the home run fence meets the pole and goes into foul territory. I don't like how that's set up on a lot of the online friendly versions. So I tend to not make my stadiums online friendly because of that. And even changing that part, which is ridiculous, but I mean, I guess I get it where coding wise, if anything's been changed, they have to get rid of it. Hope everybody have a lovely Thanksgiving. Mine was very nice, although it was a little bittersweet in finding out that one of my softball buddies passed away, like mid-50s. I guess he had pneumonia, wasn't feeling great that day. The day before Thanksgiving, went to bed and just never woke up. I went to his calling hours today. Got to see a bunch of softball buddies who I didn't see all last year because of my knee, where we want to play at least one night this summer. Maybe baseball. But right now the knee's just not up to par. But I got plenty of time to... Thanks, J-Disc. It's a great family, too. I played with him and his two sons. His wife, their mother, always kept the book for us when she was there. They went to every single game. And even when he was done playing, we would call on him to sub, and he was happy to do it. I mean, he's a mid-50s, big guy, tall, and he's diving in the mud. And he's taking, these line drives off his shins in the, playing third base. And, it's tough. Phil's just, oh, man, I'm sorry, Doug. Yeah, to be honest, I totally forgot that we were supposed to try to get out that day. I kind of zonked out and just stayed home. We will, Doug. We will. You said you were in Henrietta, right? Which day of the week was it? I can't remember. But I know there was a time I'm like, I want to make this happen, and then I just kind of zonked out. I'd love to meet one of you guys. Take a selfie. That'd be a lot of fun. I like the old school vibe of the stadium with its clock tower and the Harrison Company building back there. And then that high wall behind the home run fence gives me a Capitol Field vibe from the minor league stadiums. Pittsburgh, Henrietta was the old spot. Okay. It's Ray Cleaver's grounds out. Facing Cedric Cornelius. He's a simmed created guy from a futuristic roster. It's pretty crazy because this schedule follows the 24 schedule, right? But the roster, a lot of these guys are from simmed way into the future. So if you look up their stats, or if they do something, like Steve Stewart, if he were to come from that roster, it would say Steve Stewart won the 21-22 MVP, and it's like, really? It goes that far? Someone simmed that far? You'd think you'd have to go to 2060 or 70, and you'd be okay. Refresh my memory, Doug. Where are you now when you're not in Rochester? I think we're going to take that bag with Marlon Tompkins real quick. Oh, Steve Stewart goes down swinging. I have been seeing a lot of new stuff for the show 25 and nothing. I know, Sam Mandan. I'm excited about that. I'm hoping that stadium creator stuff will be included. I think if the rumors are true, it could be because of the new fact that they're ditching PlayStation 4. That's been the rumor, right? So they don't have to play down to the old console anymore. New Jersey, okay. I've never spent a significant amount of time in New Jersey. We went to New Jersey for the aquarium when we went to the Philly trip. It's just on the other side of the Delaware River there. And then, obviously, we often go drive through New Jersey to get to New York. But how far are you from the Quick Stop? I agree, J-Disc. The only reason I would like them to stay, and this is the only circumstances I would accept them staying, is if it's a template that they allow you to have to keep some of your created stadiums in the game. That's the only way I see them being able to pull it off, is if they make major changes and take bullpens off the field, make it a template so you can keep stadiums from game to game. That would be ideal for me. But Ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, I will definitely recreate that without bullpens. But I think I'm to the point where, because I like to play in your guys' stadium so much, I think I'm to the point where I would rather completely revamp the tool and not be able to keep saved stadiums in the next version of the game. But I just look at guys like, I was chatting with the Gaming Kitchen the other day while he was tinkering with his Baltimore Memorial Stadium. And he puts so much work into those stadiums, so much little detail everywhere, on the outside of the stadium, and obviously in the stadium itself, and surrounding neighborhood. It's just such a shame to see that these stadiums would just disappear after the new version of the game comes out. I agree, Doug. I'm huge on that. If you could alter your jerseys mid-franchise mode, then you wouldn't really need to have the alternate jerseys. You can just change them, in the middle of the season. Of course, it would be ideal to do both. I've said, DJ Jackson gets a hold of a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and puts one over the right field wall to make it 1-0. But I'm so with you on that one, Doug. Oh man, it just happens. If I stream live, I go back to back. Wow, that one went high up there. Adrian Soriano, new to the Ricky Davis League. He's a sim created guy who I traded for. Switch hitting, he's got a little pop. 409, way up there. Here's Nelson Miles, who has just been ice cold. Finds the middle here. All right, Steven. Yes, I'm definitely going to record that tomorrow. Excuse me. It's right here in McHugh. I got all the stadiums I'm going to record. There's still room, so if anybody has one, like Jason, do you want this one? I can add this one. If you could submit it and remind me, and I will add this to the video. I have 15 stadiums. Usually like to max out by like 20, 21, just to try to keep the videos a little bit at a reasonable length. Although most of the voters said my videos aren't too long, but I mean, the one was like an hour and 45 minutes. I agree, J-Disc. It seems like they could have a bullpen prop. The thing I always thought it was either the corners or they need an animation to look at the bullpen and see the guys warming up. And to have some kind of set in stone on the field bullpen for you to see the animation, they needed to have him on the field. Now, it seems to me like they could do like a Wrigley Field type of thing. Have the bullpens inside somewhere and show them warming up inside. And that way you don't have to worry about them being on the field. Or just build a prop that coincides with or has the ability to show people warming up and then be able to show the surroundings. I mean, they show the surroundings of the stadium itself. Yeah, show them inside the stadium like Wrigley Field. It's under the bleachers, right? So the guys come out from a window. Just show them warming up inside. I'm going to fast forward this half inning. But again, I'm not sure if that's what the issue is, but I could see that how it could be an issue. But like I said, if you show the bullpen here, you see the surroundings of the bullpen of the real stadium. I don't know. They're just so close, and I just don't want them to abandon the tool is the main thing. Mr. Murder. I can't help it, guys. I'm sorry. We even watched Knives Out and Glass Onion because Mr. Murdercap has been to so many streams and showed us stadiums lately. I see Mr. Murder, and I think I'm Daniel Craig from Knives Out. If he just would have let you call the ambulance, he would be alive today. That's not a bad impression, if I do say so myself. Right now we're in Jason Moore Stadium. Jason, what is it, a 4.3650 or something like that? Sherman Mosby puts one deep into left. Looks like they're going to have to play it off. Is that a wooden wall? I like it. You don't see many wooden walls in stadiums, but it makes sense in this old school stadium. You know what else would be cool? I think it was it the Kingdome? They had a big wall and then padding on the lower section. I think they need to make that an option. Like down the lower part of that wooden wall section. Wouldn't it be cool if it was a green pad? I think that could be fun. This freaking computer lately just closes my windows all of a sudden. I'm still alive, right? You guys can still see me? Like my internet windows just close. Tommy Hong. Right-handed power. Does well against righties. Oh, this team must have 5 retired. His number always ends in 5, whether it's 5, 15, 25, 55, whatever. Always has to have a 5 in his number. Depending on what team he ends up being on. With shared numbers of other players and retired numbers and all that stuff. See, I wish... That's another thing I wish you could do. I wish you could completely just create a team. Like, replace a team with another team so you don't have to deal with the retired numbers. So, like, a lot of times I'll be, like, Colorado or Arizona or Tampa or, you know, just some other team that doesn't have a lot of players with retired numbers. Yeah, I hear you with that one, Dan. Now, a lot of people want the old school dirt around the bases, too, as opposed to the round base path. Is that something you'd like to see, too, so you could, like, recreate some of those older stadiums? I know Arch would love that with all those cookie cutters that he does. I think Murph, too, with St. Louis. Yes, expansion teams would be nice. Again, if for no other reason than to just be able to avoid some of the retired numbers. And speaking of expansion teams, man, what a mess. Rob Manfred always said, oh, we're not going to do expansion until the A's and the Rays are in their new stadiums. What a fucking disaster this is turning out to be. This whole Tropicana Field thing is just what a complete and utter disaster. That finally looked like the deal was. I think, to be honest, I think not building the stadium in that area is kind of a blessing in disguise, because it sounds like one of the main problems of putting the stadium there is getting to that area, and they wanted to build in that area again, and now they're talking back in Ybor City and all these other places. I wondered, like, I know a lot of people in the area are upset because the Rays are going to be playing at Steinbrenner Field because it's not in Pinellas County, and Pinellas County wanted that revenue for when the Rays moved out, or at least were replaced temporarily. But I wondered, is it possible, I don't know the name of the stadium, so forgive me, where the Buccaneers play? Would it be that hard to make that baseball ready? I mean, it seats a gajillion people, you know? It's right near Tampa, George Steinbrenner Field. I mean, London doesn't even host baseball at all, and they were able to turn their stadium into a baseball-ready stadium. Schmitty, what's up, buddy? Seems like you could fit a lot more people in there than you could at Tampa. I know another big problem is the rain and the weather. So they have like a top-heavy home schedule in the spring and in the fall, which is just going to be a disaster for those poor players. Man, what a just big fucking mess. I kind of hope so, Jason, just because I'm so tired of hearing about it. And it's been such a battle. And it is a little frustrating when you look at these billionaire owners. You can't tell me they don't have the money to front the stadium themselves, but they got to cry to the city, cry to the county, cry, to the state. Oh, we need public funded money or we were going to leave. Man, go fuck yourselves. These guys in the small market, they can afford to players to get there. They can fucking afford it, but they can't afford it and line their own pockets at the same time. And it's the same thing with building the stadium. They can get investors. This is Jason Moore, Schmitty. It's new. I'm going to showcase it in my next video. Again, thank you to Dan. I feel terrible doing this because you guys, took the time to go in and custom build these stadiums to Ricky Davis League teams. But I just don't have enough time to play the RDL Legends and get to as many stadiums as I would like to. So it's fun to just cruise around and play my away games in your guys' stadiums. So thanks, Dan, for understanding. And Murph and Sewell, because all those guys built stadiums that I've since played in different ones. Oh, bad throw. I agree. Let's go. Let's just move on. And then, again, maybe you could do an expansion team when you had more time to mess around with things, but there's no time for this. They need to get things figured out and fast. You do not want the Rays playing in that piece of shit field for 3 years. I mean, not that Steinbrenner Field's a piece of shit field, but it's too small for a Major League park. And it's just ridiculous that the Rays in the playoffs have portions of seating tarped off. Are you kidding me? It's an embarrassment to the league. Right? And then they win the World Series and they let everybody go because they don't want to pay their players either. Was it 03? It had to have been 03 because I was a little bit more understanding of the way things work. Like 03, they put this World Series team together that that beat the Yankees in the World Series as Marlon Tompkins blasts a home run. But they pay all these players, load up their team, and then just let them go. And they're in like freaking last place the next season. So the Diamondbacks and the Marlins, right? What is there another? The Rockies haven't won one yet. They've been to a World Series, lost to the Red Sox, right? In what? 07? My lefties are hitting home runs here. But the Rays and the Rockies have not won one. The Diamondbacks and the Marlins have. Oh, Jason Moore, you're an Indians guy. Did you see New Progressive? How did that turn out? Did you like it? I can't remember if you were at the stream or not when I premiered that stadium. How did I do? I love watching games at the Jake. I remember loving Pittsburgh the first time I saw it, and then being excited to go back. In 22, the Yankees played in Cleveland, and then they ended up playing a series in Pittsburgh right after Cleveland. The 4th of July series was in Cleveland, or right before was in Cleveland, and then the 4th of July was in Pittsburgh. And it turns out it was only like an hour-some drive from Cleveland to Pittsburgh. So me and my wife got tickets for all 3 Cleveland games and one of the Pittsburgh games. And I remember loving Pittsburgh so much. And then the second trip where we went to both cities, I was like, Pittsburgh or Cleveland's really not that bad compared to Pittsburgh. Okay, thanks. You're right. Seattle hasn't won, J-Disc. I was thinking off the top of my head, though. I didn't really say it out loud, though. The 4 recent expansion teams. But, yeah, Seattle, since their existence, have they even been to a World Series? 95, they lost to the Indians, right? 01, they lost to the Yankees. I don't think they've even been in the World Series. That's going to drop. Get down, ball. DJ, move your fat ass. Get to third. DJ can move pretty good for a big guy. Milwaukee and San Diego, they've never won a World Series. Now, I know San Diego's been in the World Series. Has Milwaukee. There's Marlon Tompkins' home run again. Atlantic City is getting their asses handed to them in the 5th. Bucky with the backhand. Thank you, Jason. Says it looked good. Saw it in the premiere. Yeah. I loved our trip. Of course, my wife got COVID for the first time and gave it to me, but that was in 22. We originally only had tickets for 2 games, and then I want to say the Friday game was rained out. We were going to go to the Saturday and Sunday games. The Friday game was rained out, and they were going to do a doubleheader on Saturday, and I'm like, babe, how do we not get tickets to the doubleheader? So we ended up buying tickets. Like, we were like right up against that big scoreboard in left field, right up on those bleachers. It was kind of fun watching a game from up there. Garrett Cole pitched, gave up a home run. I think Trevino hit a home run that game. Maybe DJ LeMahieu. And then in Game 2, Stanton and Rizzo homered. And then the Yankees lost in Game 3. I only think they had like 1 or 2 hits in that game. And then we followed them to Pittsburgh. They were off on the 4th, so we went to the zoo. Whenever we go to a new city, my wife always wants to see the zoo, so we do that. And then on the 5th, they were in Pittsburgh. And that's when I got my second Giancarlo Stanton ball. His first swing was a foul ball down the first base line, and I had popcorn in my hand. It was going right to my wife, and I just reached over and snatched that bitch. Oh, shit. I got my COVID and flu vaccinations today. My arm is sore. Oh, Low Gear Man's here. Hey, buddy, I didn't see you. Schmitty, I definitely have one of yours in the queue to record in the second half of the video I started. Brewers lost to the Cardinals when they're in the AL in the 80s. Okay. Man, I remember watching the Yankees play in that old stadium. That old stadium is actually the stadium they used for most of the shots in Major League, right? They didn't use the mistake by the lake. And now they want to put up a new stadium for the Browns where that stadium is, right? Isn't like the wind off the lake wreaking havoc or some kind of weather? Yeah, Schmitty, I have a bunch. But I'm definitely recording one for the next stadium. And then I'll have to take a look. Sewell created a stadium offline. Normally he streams his builds, but he wanted one to submit to the contest and see if you guys could guess which one is his. So I'll have a couple of yours. I'll have a couple of Murphs. I'll have a couple of Arches. I'm trying to finish one myself. And then I'll mix them all in and we'll play a game of Stadium Whodunit. I think I have a couple Young Guns. Maybe Scotty Warren or two. We'll play some Stadium Creator Whodunit with those. I think that could be fun. Steve Stewart. Nope, not nearly enough. He's kind of cooled off quite a bit, too. Leroy Tillman's taking a commanding lead in the... Okay. Plus, didn't they say something about the location being by the lake? Isn't that causing weather havoc or something? I thought I heard that recently. But I'm upset that the Bills' new stadium isn't going to be a dome. After watching that game against the Niners, come on. Why would you ever want the weather to play such a important factor in the outcome of a game? Especially because the Bills would be playing there in fucking January. Oh, it's such an advantage if they're playing the Dolphins. The Dolphins are used to Miami. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they also play road games in Green Bay and New York and New England. So they are used to it to a point. So give me a freaking break. Put a fucking roof on the stadium. Don't be cheap. I mean, I know it's an extra $1 billion or so, but come on. Who did those, Low Gear Man, from Hold Field and Carroll B. Land Ballpark? Yeah, Schmitty, I got that one. Yep. Are all the ones that you've done on stream? Apologize, man. I haven't been to your streams as much as I would like to. Woo! Watch it, third base coach. Yeah, this is a nice little ballpark, Jason. Oh, sit down. Mr. Murder. Mr. Murder Cap is number 1. I'm sorry. It'll happen every time. Bucky Crozier was starting to heat up a little bit. I think he hit 2 home runs in the last game I played. I don't think I streamed those, though, because I wasn't recording. I usually only do it when I just did a video. Because I'm all set up. I got my fort. I should call it Fort 44 instead of Studio 44. The other day I was on tinkering with things, and I had the fort set up, and my wife came in to say hi, and she's like got to move the green screen and duck under things and wedge your way in here. And the dog comes in under the screen sometimes. Oh, that could be a base hit. Oh, be a faster runner. Sherman Mosby isn't known for his speed. Oh, they're real ballparks. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think Pac Bell or whatever it's called now, where the Giants play. That's another stadium that I think got people into the water. Cincinnati's always been along the water too, but you never see it because it was enclosed. But it's not near the water where, you could hit it in like you could in San Francisco or Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh, they did it in a home run derby, right? Weren't they hitting balls that bounced off that sidewalk behind there? It was 5-0 after fine. Kind of 5. I've kind of cooled down since then. This is a guy that was created by simming. Oh, they can reach the water in Cincinnati. You can never really see it. Of course, I guess you can't in Pittsburgh either. Pittsburgh, that whole area where that ballpark is so fun. You go back there and there's like picnic tables and you can sit down and eat. A couple shared their picnic table with me and my wife because we got food before the game, and there was none open. And they were talking to us. We told them we were from New York, but not New York, New York. And they said, yeah, it's great here. Everything was so much cheaper. And, man, New York City. Like, I was thinking about, my wife has been dying to go to New York City during the Christmas time. And I took 4th place in my end of the year tournament yesterday, which was good for $300. Plus, I had 2 more for finishing 2nd in the league. And I was like, maybe I could put that towards a surprise trip. And then I looked at the prices of a hotel for just one night, and I'm like, yeah, maybe not. Plus, she has a lot of plans going on anyway. But I thought she would skip them for a trip to New York during Christmas time. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I was young. I was really young when they were playing games in Candlestick. Plus, like, I never saw any of my favorite teams play there, or I never saw the Yankees play there. There was no interleague play back then. Or was there? But if there was, I didn't have Yes Network, and, MSG or WPIX didn't play a lot of games on the road. Unless it was in, like, Boston, Baltimore, Detroit. The city's pretty close. Well, Gearman, the Ricky Davis Legends are just the All-Stars. It's actually called the Ricky Davis All-Stars, but for some reason I've been saying Legends because we're playing against MLB Legends. But someday, because me and my brother, when we play this league, we can only play 2 games at a time. We upload, then the other person has to play and upload them back. So sometimes when I'm waiting for my brother to play, I'll want to play, but I can't because I have to wait for him. So what I did was I downloaded a roster of one of those MLB legends where everybody has, their best players from their team history, like the Yankees will have Lou Gehrig at first and Robinson Cano at second, or DJ LeMahieu at second, Jeter at third, short, A-Rod at third, Ruth in right, DiMaggio in center, Mantle in left, or vice versa, and then I made 3 teams of RDL All-Stars, the best players in the league. Obviously, the best team is on the Nationals, and I picked the Nationals because the Rochester Red Wings are their AAA affiliate. The AAA team is the second tier, and then the AA is the third. So I play games against the MLB legends with RDL guys. And I thought I would do that more, but, it turns out a lot of my free time goes to editing or playing or recording or just vegging out, which I did a lot during the Thanksgiving Day weekend. But I haven't played as many RDL Legends games as I would like. I've done a lot of stadium building lately, and I have another one started. But that's what the RDL Legends game is. It's more like RDL All-Stars. There are all RDL guys who have retired and we don't use anymore, but most of those guys aren't worthy of being called legends. We've thought about it. We've tinkered around with the idea of retiring all the current players because they've been in the RDL for 40 years, which is a pretty impressive career. But we just love our guys so much. Yes, every single one is fictional. Every player is fictional. Most of them we created when we were kids. We call them the OGs. Might as well try to finish this out with him, huh? Other players we borrowed from other games. Most of the players we borrowed from other games are from Bases Loaded. Like Paste, the original Bases Loaded, the guy who hits the home run off Carr. His name is Paste. We gave him the first name of Wayne because they don't have first names. My New York team, or my Bases Loaded team was New York. My brother's was Philly, so we called them our minor league teams. So we gave first names to those players, and we could call them up and put them in the majors, and they'd be on our Ricky Davis League teams. So a bunch of players came from that. And then Hardball, the very first Hardball game, had one good team. And I brought some of those players into the league. Gretz, Oatman, Moore, Ryan, Oatman, those guys. And then I think my brother found a guy from High Heat Baseball or something. And then other players come from simming. If you sim a franchise mode far enough into the future, all the real players retired are, become retired, and they're replaced by AI generated, methods. So fictional players are created, and then we, insert our teams into that league. So those are the 3 main sources that players come from. And we call those guys, the sim created. Basically, I call them sim created. Because a lot of those rosters are like mine. If you find them in the show roster vault, most of the league is those fictional players that the game generated, but then the users plug their players into it. So I don't know which is which, so I call them sim created. But we did have 2 or 3 generations of guys where we did the simming ourselves. That's where we got Tuan Rosen and Guillermo Vasquez and Carlos Padilla, Marshall Bryant, Eric Morgan. Those guys we simmed into the future ourselves to 2060 or 2040 at the time. All right, 5-0 win. All the runs I think came via the home run. Am I right? Soriano hit his 26th. Marlon Tompkins his 29th. Holy shit. Tompkins is going to hit 30 home runs. DJ Jackson got his 40th. I've got 3 guys on my team with 40 home runs. It's a little ridiculous, but Parker Kilcullen. Outstanding pitched game. Only 5 hits. Gets the shutout. All right. Thank you, Jason, for that stadium. Send me a Google thingy, and I'll remember to include it in the next video. I can tack it on because I still got to record at least one other portion. All right. Let me save this so I can go find another stadium. Who has another stadium for me to play my next game in? Cancel. It says it saves automatically, but sometimes when I leave, it doesn't save. So I just save it by myself from now on. All right, now I can back out. Jersey Mike's Field. Okay, definitely. I showcased that one, right? I think I remember liking it. Jason, it was you I was talking to about franchise, right? Another thing that they should do with franchises, team creator and the logos and the uniforms and jerseys and all that, franchise creator mode should be its own thing. You shouldn't have to create a franchise to create a team. And there should be a team vault. Am I right? Create the franchise, create their uniforms, their logo, their city, all of that stuff that you would do, and then upload it to a franchise vault. That way you could go into the next game and you wouldn't have to create the 30 franchises that you've already created. I wish they would have hit me up. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but I received an email about a survey, and oh man, did I take my time in filling that bad boy out and letting them know everything that I wanted to let them know. I've submitted tickets. Oh, Jersey Mike, their subs are so good. But they're expensive. Ooh, look at this one. I might have to download this one. Let's go in here real quick. Really? 2K. What is that, like MLB 2K? Is that what it was? Oh, wow. Look at these fountains. And he used that house. Holy crap. He's got this little park in here. Excellent. I mean, it kind of sets the seating far back, but that's okay. Up a lazy river by the old mill run. A lazy river in the noonday sun. Custom stairs. Man, that's a lot of work. Oh, look at this. The curved part. Ah, that's fun. Throw away your troubles, baby. Dream a dream of me. Yeah, this one's cool. Sun Devils. I'm not a big meatball sub guy. What the fuck is going on out here? Football stadium, okay. What's with the just random roof? He must be using that brown office complex building as some kind of underneath here, right? Yeah, for windows underneath. Okay. Oh, NBA 2K. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they need a franchise mode, franchise creator mode. That's its own thing. Because that's one thing that takes, getting the Ricky Davis League going. And players, why can't the players that we create go from game to game? Why? Even if you don't want us to have full rosters, let us put the players. That way I can make all the players, upload them each individually, and download them when I need them. That'd make it so much faster. Shit, I didn't want to sit on that stadium too long. We just played there, so let's... Oh, wait, I got it. I don't have to search for it. Those are my saves. Where the hell is it? How is it gone? I just played in it. Well, personally, I think there's a lot of mom and pop places that do better. But as far as like big, you know, chain sub shops go, that's one of my favorite spots for a sub. I don't think I have a which. We have a place called the Bellas that are better than Jersey Mike's. We have a place that are called what the heck is the other one? Emil's. Oh my god, Emil's are amazing. Pfizer. I can't believe that park has just vanished off the face of the earth like a fart in the wind. All right, I guess I'll have to go search for it. I didn't delete it. I just played a game in it. How could it be gone? Oh, you got the shirt today. No, I didn't see my email. Yay. I recorded your video of you hitting it. Yeah, I don't know why these windows are closing on me all of a sudden. Restore. Go to Gmail. Did you send a picture? Oh, Discord. Okay. Do you like it? Did it turn out good? Where did Discord go? Here we go. Where'd you put it? In stadium centers? Oh shit, Schmitty, is Castle River Village one that you submitted to me? I'm looking at this picture you put on. There it is. All right. Looks good. Man, that logo looks huge on a medium t-shirt. Or, I don't remember what size I sent you. Holy shit. Dude, did you make a custom twin tower, Fiserv? I'm sorry, I'm looking at... I don't spend enough time in Discord either. That's another thing I'm... Part of the reason I don't is because you guys post stadiums in their pictures, and I like to be surprised when I see them. So that's one of the reasons. Where am I? Back here. Dino's Pizzeria in Bud Lake, New Jersey has the best meatball subs. Too bad I moved. Yeah, I'm just not a big meatball sub guy. I'd like it if the bread stayed, you know, more crunchy, but the sauce usually kills the bread. Awesome. I just looked at the picture real quick. All right, I got to get into the thing here. I wanted to show Jason's stadium real quick because we just played a game in there, but I feel like we didn't get a good look at it, and I know I am going to showcase it. I'll record it tomorrow. Toast the bun late. Yeah, that's true. And you got to put some garlic butter on the bun. I shouldn't be talking about food. I'm down 7 pounds. We were at poker last night in the last game of the year. Oh, yeah, there's the train. That looks fantastic. Oh, and it comes from underground. Fucking awesome, dude. Old school buildings. You got the train station, and it continues on. Fantastic. And you got a little river and the shipping containers. Excellent. This takes you out of the stadium, I take it. Oh, here's the Hit It Here Cafe sign. This takes you outside of the stadium, yeah. Nice. Using the old school castle type peak thingies to face it off. Fun entrance. Oh, yeah. I like the plants in center field, too. Oh, and he put a little door in here. Oh, no, this is from the... This is the Dino Cafe, right? Yep. Look at this. Nice. With the picnic tables, or the picnic benches. Excellent. Yeah, you don't see a lot of the stadium in the game. Especially all this up here. So that looks really cool. I love the underground. Listen, Pfizer, that's true. I was about to say, as long as there's no water, you don't need a canoe. But, yeah, there's water, and I don't see any canoes. You'd be surprised who left one. I just recorded it. You'll be very surprised at who left out a canoe in the stadium I recorded before hopping on here. But, Jason, expect that stamp when you see this video. I'll do that. Well, we've seen Jersey Mike's Field before, but we'll do it. Why not? No canoes, not a fan. You know, I have not seen PFK none since that stadium I showed with him with the no canoe signs. I think he's scared to show his face around here. Don't you dare show your face around here, PFK none. Pfizer, I thought we weren't going to do this anymore. Of course I'll show it. I'm happy to show it. I think I have other stadiums from you, right? Where I can play Stadium Creator Whodunit, right? Yeah, look at this. Look at the freaking Twin Towers out here. Oh, okay. You only did the side that you can see. Smart. Save some memory. Oh, you can't even get behind there. Holy shit. Man. So, Pfizer, you were too young, but where were the rest of you guys on 9/11? Canoes! We have canoes. But STS removed props, so I didn't name Sewell Park. I see. It's very nice. Right along the water. Canoes are out there. I like, what did you use for the, oh, it's end cap for the railing. Nice. Then you got the shipping yard. It's a nice small build as far as seating capacity. Ooh, I like this extra deck up top, though. And you customize this entrance in here. Excellent. Yeah, you could be hitting balls off this steamboat out here. What are the dimensions? 318, 360. Yeah, you could put some out of the stadium. Well, I mean, the home runs out of the stadium pretty much, right? Excellent. Sewell Park. Oh, I love the skyline on top. Fantastic. That's a great idea. City location and properties. Sewell Park and Canoe York. Altitude 13 feet, built in 1974. I love it. Well faced off outside of the stadium. I love this extra section. It reminds me of a minor league park, you know, that said, we need more seating. Let's build onto it. Looks great. I think you can expect a stamp from me in this one too. But I don't think this is the one I got in the queue for you. Nope. I dig it. Looks great. This, okay. And the bridge off in the distance. Jerry Park. Talking about up here. Is this just, oh no, it's just the regular thing. I thought it looked blue for half a second, but nope, it's just the regular facing. Oh, all this looks really good, yeah. Holy crap. And then the team store, right? Yep. Excellent, dude. We create the gateways or the doors. Very nice indeed. See, well, I guess this worked out okay. I like using the plaza level seating, you know, for the lower levels, but I don't like it around here, but that works. Definitely. I tried to do that with the new Jacobs Field because I wanted to create the seats underneath. And the field level seating, the walls are like this big. Jason, good to see you, buddy. Yes, either there might be a stream tomorrow night too because I'll record and probably have to play my games. But if not, we can see at the premiere of the next video. Ah, shit. I'm sorry, man. I'll definitely record it and feature it later on. This fucking stadium. What is it about this place where it just keeps showing up over and over and over again? I mean, it's not a bad build, but it's got to be re-uploaded all the fucking time. And the Sandlot. I agree, Pfizer. The skyline looks fantastic. This one you're seeing, I guess, quite a bit still. But Stadium Row Complex, you're definitely seeing a lot less. That looks like Jack Murphy Stadium. Jersey Mike's. Hattie RTTS. Oh, on page 3. But I brought it up in my last video. Or the video I just recorded, because I talked about maybe going on to the older versions of the game. It drives me crazy that they took away some of the features that they had in the earlier versions of the game. I think I can save over this one. I think I just played games and recorded highlights here. This is an underrated stadium in my eyes. It's created by Murph075. He never sent it to me, but I found it in his vault one day just looking through some of his stuff. And I downloaded it. I played a bunch of games in here. It's so good. I think I played games there. Yeah, see, they must have just deleted that park. I think I saved that one here. All right, let's play in Jersey Mike's. Sewell, good day to you, sir. Are you on break? Which park, J-Disc? The one I was talking about with Murph? I mean, if I were him, that's one I would submit to the Stadium of the Year. But in case anybody missed it, December 30th is the official deadline. Please send a separate Google form request. Nice big capital letters, Stadium of the Year contest stadiums, or something along those lines. And then list your 3 stadiums. And then if you want, put as many comments as you want about each stadium. But if you plan on showing up to the stream, whether it be just chatting in the chat box or calling in, you can talk about your stadiums live with us on the air or on the stream. Bucky's getting a little tired. Let's give him a DH. Stewart will play center today. I don't love having him play center, but... So now is definitely the time. Okay, you have to the 30th. And if you haven't submitted to me on the 30th and we're in the live stream, you can do it then. You just got to let me know to look for it. But come December 31st and you had not submitted the stadiums, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Between this and my next video that I'm going to release, and I will mention it in the community too, I think everybody will get plenty of time to know that the 30th is the deadline. Plus, I've been talking about it for quite a while already. But it's time to just make a decision. The time is going... Like, I got 2 weeks of work, and then I'm off for 2 more weeks already. It's crazy. Jersey Mike's. A lot going on in this ballpark. I dig it. I mean, I guess it makes sense. New Jersey's right across the field from. Oh, never mind. I mean, hey, we're playing Atlantic City. There you go. Mr. Murder, hello. Mr. Murder Cat. Hide the great Benoit Blanc to solve this mystery. Now, did you do the two different colored walls on purpose? Because I've definitely made the mistake of... Because sometimes in the shade, you can't tell the color. Nope, Steve Stewart didn't get enough of that one. I'm going to fast forward. I just started recording today, Sewell. I'll record part 2 tomorrow, and then probably start editing tomorrow or Monday. So hopefully Wednesday, Thursday. But you know how that goes. Oh yeah, I'd like to get it up by this day. Monday I have my first knee appointment follow-up in a long time. And I'm dreading going there and telling them that I haven't done any PT on it. Because, as I said earlier in the stream, I found out on Thanksgiving Day that one of my softball buddies passed away. And a bunch of us softball guys were at his calling hours today. And we were talking about, we all took the summer off because I always run the team and no one else wanted to jump in. But we talked about maybe playing next summer. And like the way I feel right now, I don't know if I could. I am down 7 pounds. Woohoo! But I got to get in better shape still if I'm going to start playing. Probably play one game. See you later, Sewell. We'll be in touch, buddy. Probably only play once a week, softball, and then hopefully baseball too. But yeah, I got to get back in better shape. Who is this? This looks like Chris Morales' stance. Thanks, Mr. Mura. I mean, I wasn't incredibly close to him, but he was such a nice guy. He was only in his mid-50s. Yeah, I guess he had pneumonia. I probably shouldn't be talking about this on the stream. I'll stop. I mean, I'll talk about what a nice guy he was. No, it's all good. Yeah, you came in late. I mentioned it earlier on. Only in his mid-50s, though. Very sad. He's got such a great family. He played on my team a few years with his 2 sons. And then even after he stopped playing, you know, his son would play with us, and his son was one of the better players on our team. And I brought his son over to baseball with me. And there's just such a nice family. And his mom would always, or his wife, would always keep the book for us. And just a lot of fun, you know, to talk to and shoot the shit with. And he's probably in his early 50s or late 40s. And he's diving around in the mud and taking line drives off his shins and doing whatever he needed to do to help the team win. And just I'll never forget that one championship he helped us win. A lot of the softball guys I didn't really necessarily see outside of softball. Obviously, my brother And then I have a friend from high school who played with me, and my third cousin played with us. And then one of the guys I went and saw Louis C.K. with. Sorry if that offends anyone. I know he's kind of canceled. Oh, no. Doink. Yeah, J-Disc. I love the stadium. A lot of different layers. I should have asked what the altitude was. I didn't on the other park either, but I like to keep it at least 2,500 feet to help get some more home runs out. Plus, just to kind of even things out. You know, if my brother's playing all these games at 2,500 parks and I'm not, then he's going to run away with that home run title. But, I mean, Leroy Tillman, last I checked, had a pretty commanding lead, and he's only going to make it better because Steve Stewart just hasn't been hitting home runs. I remember that too, Pfizer, of the championship numbers covering the fountain signs. Great idea. High walls along the base paths, along the seats. Yes, remind me after this game, and I'll check. It might be Marcus Stroman because I kind of, made him Marcus Stroman-ish. He can't be number 5 because I'm the real team is the Kansas City Royals, and that's retired for George Brett. So, oh no, that's fine. Have you played games here, or do you not play in your stadiums? You just kind of build the stadiums. 416 by the batter's eye there, that is pretty deep. But 363 in the gap there, that's not bad. I meant to do it. Check the altitudes beforehand. I usually try to do that before I play in each stadium. And Murphs I always have to bring down because he always maxes them out. I started playing the game J-Disc. It might even be your stadium. I have 320 down the line. That's not bad either. I apologize if this isn't your stadium. I want to say it was, though. The Catalina Park with the big scoreboard in right and then water in left. I started playing the game there, and I was just hitting home runs all over the place. So I had to catch it, Nelson. Good job. I had to reset the game and play someplace else, but I'll play some Ricky Davis League Legends games there and try to record some highlights. But I've been in stadium creator mode lately, so my free time I've been building stadiums instead of playing RDL Legends games. Well, hopefully in future versions of the game, we can create our own stadiums for our own teams. And we can set a set amount of dimensions and an altitude and play against each other. I think that would be so freaking fun to be able to live stream games against you guys, and you guys could send me highlights via, Messenger or whatever. What do you call this thing? Wait, where is it? Down here. Just messages. But here's Pfizer hitting the hit it here sign. I didn't realize you could change the color of the thing. I like how it always clears up right when you're about to hit the thing. Nice. Shohei. And then here is Braves fan doing it. I thought this was a fun idea. So I officially did add it. If you're just joining the stream, I did officially add a question in the Google form if you have some kind of fun contest. And I can't guarantee... Boom! Just got it. I can't guarantee that I'll make every challenge you present an official, Great Scott challenge. But if they're fun enough and if I'm financially stable enough at the time, I'll offer a free shirt for some of those. That's cool. Yeah, I'd like to... all my teams in throwback uniforms. I use some of my stadiums for Road to the Show in the future. After teams try and build new stadiums. Yeah. I like this Jack Ruzicka stance, too. Dave Middleton, he is a sim guy. In the very first league we ever created where we used sim players from the show, him and McLeod were on the same team, so we called them the M&M brothers. Middleton and McLeod. Troy Stockton, I keep saying it's Bacon's roster, but I'm not positive. I'm not sure if he does it anymore. Do you guys ever see Bacon's fictional roster? He used to recruit people on Twitter to help make it. They had some kind of face copying thing where he went that far even to like make everybody's faces look the same from year to year. As Nelson Miles hits a 2-out double. All right, Willie, knock him in. Willie, where are you standing? 1 for 1. All right. Hitting 384. Last I knew, he was leading the league. But I hope they add numbers. I hope they add beams and pillars and just big walls. Stuff that you can use to close off a stadium. Get the bullpens off the field. Give us distances on the home run fence. Give us the option. Yeah, nice job, Willie. Way to get it done. Willie Reynolds. Did I ever tell you guys this story about the radio? When I was working in radio, I was always phone screening. And one day this guy calls in and he tells me a story he wanted to tell on the air. And I'm like, all right, what's your name? He goes, Willie Reynolds. I'm like, no shit, that's my brother's shortstop. He's not my second baseman. But he's like, oh, okay, I've never heard of him. And I was like, well, it's a fictional league. And I explained it to him real quick. And then I got him on the air. And then every time he called the show again, he would say, hey, Phil, it's Willie Reynolds, the shortstop. And I get so excited when I see a movie credit and it's like John McGee or I actually saw someone named Brett Howe working on a movie, like a casting director or something. I can't remember what movie it was. And Brett Howe's my ace. So it's always fun when I run into Ricky Davis League guys. Like, I'm going to flip my shit the first time I meet a Steve Stewart. I also want to meet a Ray Cleavers. Because Ray Cleavers started out on my brother's team. He was his shortstop. And he traded him to me, I think, way early. Like, I'm talking like baseball stars. And he spelled Cleavers Cleavars. And I always spelled it Cleavers. So, like, sometimes he'll just to make me mad or to mess with me, he'll change his name when it's his turn to upload. Get it, Steve. Oh, shouldn't have dove for it. That's going to be trouble. That's where Steve Stewart playing center field is not good. Doesn't have the wheels. I know there's a singer called Marty Stewart. And Marty Stewart is Steve's brother. He's my backup catcher. I've never heard of... Well, I think I've Googled Steve Stewart before to see... Should have dove for that ball. Nice job, Stockton, getting the strikeout. This is a simmed guy. He's a muggle. That's another thing, Low Gear Man. If you're still here, we call our guys wizards. And the rest are muggles. Just because I joked with my brother one day, we should have a name. You know, because we're always talking about making trades, and we're like, it's a non-created guy. His name is Adrian Soriano, and I want him for my third base. And I was like, we should come up with a name of it, like Wizards for our guys and Muggles for theirs, and it just kind of stuck. Man, Steve Stewart, I'm swinging at the first pitch every time with him. Seems like it's been a while since he led the league in home runs. I tend to swing at everything. I don't like to sit up here and walk. Oh. Oh, he called it a strike. Or did he say he swung? Sherman Mosby puts one in the left center field gap. That's going to be off the wall for extra bases. Can DJ Jackson get another run across with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position? He's been heating up again. He was on a tear going into the All-Star break. Base hit up the middle is going to score another run. Both runs have come off of 2 two-out singles. Actually, Willie Reynolds might have been a double. That's clutch, fellas. Nicely done. Two o'clock. Probably wrap things up after this game. So try to get to bed before 3. Get up at a reasonable hour, record the second video. Have I ever thought about doing anything sports related? Not like softball, but something with a radio announcer or something. Actually, yes, Pfizer. I have an associate's degree in communications. And when I was in communications, I actually did play-by-play and color commentary for the Finger Lakes Lakers basketball team. I wish we would have done baseball. I would have loved to do baseball. But I did both boys and girls games, and this was late 90s, early 2000s, so I think I still have some old VHS of them someday. And one of my favorite memories is actually getting to call play-by-play when one guy hit a half-court shot at the buzzer to win the game. It was fucking amazing. And I have it recorded. I think that was the situation. I'll have to try to find it and look. I do have a VCR in the house someplace, and I do have a way of making it digital. It might be fun to watch that. I haven't even thought about that in a while. But, yeah, I have thought about it. I mean, it's just... There's so much competition for that kind of thing. And me being in Rochester, I'm kind of dug in. The roots are planted. And I know, you can do a lot remotely and stuff like that, but I'm enjoying this channel. This is a fun way to entertain. At least I hope you guys find it entertaining. It would be fun to maybe get into stand-up comedy again, but that's about all I would want to do. I don't think I would want to start anything over. But, maybe, if Respect the Pick ever did well enough and, it led to some kind of radio job, then maybe. I'm just not big into sports. I'm huge into baseball. I love baseball, but that's about it. When I was younger, I used to be heavier into basketball than I am now. I was never a super big football fan. I'm as big a football guy as I am now as I ever was. Because when I was a kid, I thought it was cool to be anti-Buffalo when they were in the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. Oh, I don't want the Bills to win. And, of course, the first Super Bowl they lost was to the Redskins. And at the time, that was my favorite team just because I liked the colors. But, yeah, I was never a big sports guy as much as I was a baseball guy. I did also try out to be, when I was in radio, our sports guy left, and I actually listen to his radio show every time I drive home from work now. John DiTullio, he left the show that I was working on, and me and one other guy were in a competition to take over for him, and neither one of us got it because we both sucked. Oh, man. We just were not what they were looking for. And radio wasn't, or sports wasn't what I was hoping to be on the radio for, but I just saw it as an opportunity to get a full-time job on air as something. And I just wasn't knowledgeable enough of sports. But I figured it was worth a shot. I told myself I like sports enough where if I, dig into it, I could be good at it. But it wasn't baseball season, so that didn't help. Although I do remember announcing that Tony Gwynn and Cal Ripken Jr. were nominated into the Hall of Fame. I think I have recordings of that someplace too. I'll try, Pfizer. I gotta dig. I hope my tapes still work. I think last I knew I had them in a big bin down in the basement. I transferred a lot of my VHS tapes to DVD a few years ago, and I still have the means to do that. I just have to find the time. I can't remember if it was to win the game or if they were already winning and he put it up. I want to say it was to win the game because I remember being very excited and like screaming into the microphone. Yeah, Bob Costas was rough to listen to. He's just old, man. Doesn't have a lot of energy anymore. Of course, Joe Buck wasn't old, and he was given a hard time about not being energetic enough, and he kind of picked it up. But he doesn't do baseball anymore, does he? He's all Monday Night Football now for ESPN. ESPN does plenty of baseball games. I'm surprised he doesn't do any for them. Did he say that? He said it's not Giancarlo Stanton's fault he's so slow. Oh, boy. I mean, you guys hear me, though, right? You don't hear it on the Stadium Extravaganza videos because I edit them out. I trip over my tongue all the time. And I stutter a little bit, and I have a little bit of a lisp. And I freeze. And there's people I listen to online who do the same thing, and it drives me nuts. They'll start a sentence, and it'll take them forever to get the second part out. like that. It drives me crazy, and I do that myself. I find myself doing it when I'm recording sometimes. But again, I delete those gaps out. So when you guys hear me live, you notice the mistakes more. Jesus Christ, Steve Stewart, what the fuck? Tim McCarver used to drive me crazy. I mean, R.I.P. and everything, but I used to hate him as a play-by-play guy. He used to take all these pauses, too, between words as he makes the catch and throws it back to the pitcher. He used to make me nuts. And I find myself doing something that I used to accuse John Flaherty of. And it used to drive me nuts. After everything he said, his voice would go up towards the end. As you see, the Gamblers are tied with the Aces, 2-2. 8 hits for the Gamblers, 5 for the Aces. I find myself doing that one a lot. Boy, looks like I want to bring in the righty here. I would get one of those covers on the microphones if you have those loud P sounds that make your audio. Oh, shit. Are you talking about mine? Yeah, I could get one. I mean, this has a phone thing on it. My P sound terrible? Shit. Thank you for the feedback. I'll work on that. One thing is I might have the thing turned up a little bit. We'll see if that helps. See, I can handle constructive criticism. Is that any better? I turned it down a little bit more. Yeah, they have the little circle things, right? But the problem is sometimes if I turn my head, then you can't hear me as much because I don't have a big fancy microphone yet. The most expensive microphone I have is probably this one. I think I spent $75 on it. I think I've seen it on Amazon now for like $90. Oh, okay. My thing is I will never turn into YouTube guy. Like, I will never start a video with, "What's up, guys?" So many people, they try to, like they're too cool to say hello or hello, everyone, or just, "What's up, guys?" And it's not necessarily that term. It's the way they say it. They just sound so, like shy and timid. "What's up, guys? What's up, everybody?" And then there's the guys, oh, my dear Lord, this drives me crazy. There's one, like, movie guy who I like. He has great content, but his voice and the way he says everything makes me fucking insane. Like, he goes up and builds things up, and then he brings it down to finish. Willis Haley coming in. He is number 41, throwing his next pitch of the inning. The pitch was high and away, and it was fouled off. Barry Norton is number 9. He bats left-handed, and he fouls it off. That guy makes me fucking nuts. And it's not just the one dude. It's a lot of YouTubers. I've had teachers like that. We had a workshop guy. You want to place the thing in the clamps and then screw it tightly. And then you want to remove the bolt and replace it with a new one. It's so just, like, robotic and, oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I know there's plenty of negative things to say about my talking. But just try to, my thing for anybody is just be natural, be yourself. Like, we have people who get on the loudspeaker at work and they think they have to just with, like, no emotion. They just got to be robotic. Miss Robarts, please call the office. Miss Robarts, please call the office. Holy shit. Got something working here with 2 outs in the 8th. I mean, does anybody like that, though? I just don't understand how talking like this and then going down is appealing for every single thing. Not once do they break from it. Every word. Popped up to Nelson Miles, and he makes the play. We're going into the top of the 9th where the Gamblers will lead things off. Ryan Laurie is now pitching. He has pitched 45 games. His record is 0-2, and he's pitched 39 2/3 innings. Yeah, like that guy, J-Disc. Bueller, anyone? I'm sorry. We talked about that in the very first episode of Respect the Pick. And like I said, I feel guilty because I really do like the guy's content. He's got some fun, behind the scenes stuff. I can't remember if it was just Star Wars or Marvel or if it was everything. But I run into him a lot. And he drives me insane with that. The way I call it the YouTube voice because a lot of guys do it. And I try to avoid the John Flaherty, but I hear myself doing it. Ryan Lowry's on the hill. Ryan Lowry. Get down, ball. Get down, ball. It's not going to get down. I found myself doing that in baseball games, too, in softball. I hit the ball, and I'd be, yelling at it. Get through that hole, you stupid son of a bitch ball. And guys in the other team would, laugh at me and stuff. Oh, boy. Here we go. Yeah, J-Disc, I agree. Am I right about the way he ends everything like this? Willis Haley throws a strike in the inside corner. Dennis Cabrera's 0 for 3 with a base hit. Swings and misses, or looks at a pitch low for a strike. That ball's low. Swung on and missed for strike 3. He has a little bit of a lisp, too. I know, I definitely do. Get him. Got him. Nope. There's a gap in my teeth that my tongue goes through. Creates my lisp. I probably shouldn't have Haley in the game right now, should I? Should warm up the big guns. No, you're right, J-Disc. Sometimes Ryan Ruocco gets a little too excited. But I like Ryan Ruocco enough. I like Michael Kay enough. All right, free baseball time. I think Flash is better about doing this when he talks. Going up. Willie Reynolds, 2 for 3. Looks at a strike called at the top of the zone. He's better with that, but I still notice it quite a bit. Oh! Threw a high changeup. That's dangerous, although Willie Reynolds doesn't have a lot of power. Nope. Well, he removed the runner over. That's a good at-bat. Nice job, Willie. To be honest, J-Disc, I never cared for John Sterling that much. He used to drive me crazy with his smacking sounds in when he talked. smacking sounds is like top, like nails on a chalkboard. Makes me freaking insane. And you go, hi, Pop. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. The pitch. Fouled off. Stanton. Just, these stupid freaking mouth noises. High fly ball to center field. Not deep. And there's one away. You're listening to the WFN Network, driven by Jeep. And then you got Susan Waldman talking about Roger Clemens' box. Oh, of all the dramatic things. I'm not a big Susan Waldman fan either. Just retire already. Oh, shit. My wife's called to yell at me for being too loud. Stewart finally puts one out. He hit one in extra innings on a recent stream, too. Woo! Just over the fence. And the Gamblers now have a 3-run lead. And Bucky Crozier follows suit. That ball's heading for the waterfalls. I want to see where that one landed. Damn it, now I'm up 4. Murray's not going to get a save. Let's check out Bucky Crozier's blast. Kind of made my day when I heard Sewell mention Bucky Crozier in his last video. Into the fountain. Boom. No, that one's not a wall scraper. Oh, strike 3 call, apparently. All right, I'm going to get Murray warming up, though. Wait, I should keep him warmed up in case I want a lefty. Because if they score 1 run, he can come in and get the save. Eesh, all these guys would want a righty anyway. I almost hope they do score a run. Just put one right down the middle. Let Eldridge Goldsmith hit one. Barry Norton. This guy, he was in Hardball. Hardball, I want to say 3. We were torn because at first Hardball had fictional players, and we're like, we don't want to, see all these guys that we don't know. Wouldn't it be more fun to have our guys play major leaguers? That way we know who we're up against. And then it's like, well, we make all these trades, but they're always to each other. Wouldn't it be nice to bring in more fictional characters that we could trade with and expand the league? And then there was a hardball game, I think it was Hardball 3, where you could use real players or fictional players. And that's something I wish SDS would do also. Give us a roster that's all fictional characters to start. And then we can plug in our own fictional characters in, because I don't think anyone creates an entire fictional roster anymore. There's the Bucky Blast. Did it, I didn't see your answer, J-Disc. Great stadium. I loved playing there. Did you do the different wall colors on purpose? It's a good way to show where the foul line territory is on the home run fence. That's another thing they need to add is that foul line on the pole, an extension from the pole. Steve Stewart, man. Finishing the season on a whimper. That's not what I want with the box score. Willie Reynolds up into 390s. Nice. Okay, so that's why you had two different color home run fences? Or wall colors? Foul territory, it's one color and then the other. All right, Pfizer, if you wanted to know Troy Stockton's. Madison Bumgarner. Yeah, very Marcus Stroman with just a little step back. But for whatever reason, I didn't like Marcus Stroman's himself. Or maybe they didn't have it. Oh, here he is. Oh, yeah, I don't like his hands low like that. Plus, it doesn't look like he throws it hard at all. So I went to one similar. I like the hands up better. It looks like he's throwing a real pitch. All right, I want to see the league leaders here. Willie and Ricky Davis tied. Oh, okay. Stewart's only 3 behind Tillman. He can catch that. Look at Ricky Davis getting some power. Ricky Davis took over. Man, there was one point where Ricky Davis was up like 15 RBIs. Then Stewart caught up, and he was up 15, and now he's up 6. Man, it's crazy to think this is an absurd amount of stolen bases, and it's still not even close to Ricky Henderson's record. Murray. See, I either blow the team out or I lose a lot of times, so it's hard for him to get saves. Look at that. That's pretty close, too. Brett Howe has a perfect game, though. Nope, that's not what I want. Get out of here. What are you doing? I don't want any of this. Oh, my dear Lord. All right, let me save this. I can show some highlights. Scotty Warren, what's up, buddy? Sliders? We don't have any custom sliders. Oh, that's right. You work at a bartender, right? So you're working late on a Saturday. So it wasn't that long ago that we could do a custom league, and I think you could use fictional rosters too, but now you can't do that right now. You can't do an online league with customizable rosters. All right, that was uploaded, right? Yep. Let's see if I can find. I don't think it would be this low, would it? Oh, this is a big impact stadium. Little stolen base from Emiliano Tatis. And I'm guessing Omar Manzanillo will put one out here. Nope, or he'll fly out. Yeah, there's one point when I was working in radio where I was getting up earlier on my days off, but I think it's because I got to sleep in more working in radio. Radio sales, that is. When I was on the radio, I was up at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. There's the big fly. Chris Morales. Boom. It's terrible he's down in the minors, but we have so many first basemen. Oh, man. Oh, I've never been this sore after shots before. Again, it's probably because I haven't been playing baseball at all summer. Oh, this is when Steve Stewart hit a line shot into my new park. Doink. In this stadium, Pfizer? Yeah, that's just for the Ricky Davis League All-Stars. The All-Stars versus Legends. I had all the players, so all I had to do was import them or export them and then plug them into the new team. Oh, here it is. Here's the stadium that Arch built. Let's see. 15 minutes. It's got to be this. At least I thought it was this. No, that's Parker Kilcullen. This one. This was an Archmage stadium. He built it for the New England Rebels. Oh, man, he missed a home run by inches. Look at that. 6 inches to a foot. It's really strong, like bulletproof glass. DJ Jackson puts one deep up there. Where is the... Could it be down here? Damian Bell. He gonzo. I traded his ass. Steve Stewart hit for the cycle in that stadium. Is it this one, or is this my guy getting thrown out at the plate? Is he? He's safe. No, no, he's not touching the plate. I bet MLB wishes they could do this, right? Turn the camera to like every angle. Nelson Miles, yeah, his hand hasn't touched the plate yet. It is very time consuming. You're right. Arch, that he's got that in him though, man. You've seen his stadiums, how tedious the builds are. This is very upsetting. I hope I didn't delete it. I think I recorded it, but I don't know how to show you my computer screen right now because everything's all messed up. There's DJ Jackson hitting a bomb again. I think it was Bo Tiger who gave me grief about the jerseys with the logo on the chest, how the numbers are always on the opposite corner of the shirt. It's got to be this. I just saw the box score, right? Maybe not. Middle of the seventh. Oh, nope, they already have 7 hits. No hits here. But it's only the first inning. This is the one off the wall. No hits here, but it's early again. Oh, there's Stewart's gift. Or was that Percy? Here we go. This looks like it could be it. Still had Ruben Amaya there, too. Yep, Howe's on the hill. Bottom of the 7th. I don't remember making any great plays to make it happen, but... Stan Weiss. Broke it open later in the game to make it easier for Howe to just relax and... Oh, Donnie Barton. Higher profile name, too. You got to call that a strike, Blue. Come on. Dude's pitching a perfect game and you don't call that a strike? It's right in the border. Luke Jordan, another higher profile name. Nice. Robin home runs in games is always very satisfying. Grounded up the middle. Cleaver scoops. Fires. Woo! I almost threw that one away. Wallace Dobson. Gets the strike. See, now that's a pitch you call a strike when a guy's perfect throwing a perfect game in the ninth inning. Teddy Higgins has a perfect game under his belt, and I think an extra no-hitter. That's like the second perfect game I've thrown with Howe and like his 8th no-hitter. So Damian Bell bombed, Jackson bombed. Mosby. And they usually show the first and third out, right, for the last inning. Yep, there it is. How many strikeouts did he have? 16. Whew. It's a hell of a game. That cute. DJ Jackson only had 20 home runs at the time. Oh, look at Elvis Costa. Looks like Keegan Michael Key. The backup catcher can fix anything. This is one of my favorite stadiums. Dan did such a great job with left field. And then the combination of the remix, I think, just looked really nice. I like Hawaii's colors. The blue and that violet. I originally remixed it when, the anomalies were a thing still. And then when they took them out, excuse me, I went back in and changed a couple things, and then Dan went in and made it even better. The ball doesn't fly here, that's for sure. I'm not sure if we ever adjusted the altitude. But all the home runs I remember hitting here were pretty much wall scrapers. Oh, do I got Steve Stewart hitting one? Did he put one in the water? Or is this just left over from the last highlight? Oh, he goes Oppo. Okay, the ball flew there. .359 feet. Wow, it must not be very deep out there. Let me see. Where's that Catalina I was talking about? Oh, okay. This is the one Sewell made over here. I know I had the Catalina one. Is it higher up? Must be higher up. Yeah, it's new to old. See, this is a stadium I was just telling you guys about that Murph made. This thing is so... It seems like it could be such a real stadium. I love that 2 layers of the building. Those are the twin buildings, the buildings that were attached together. And he buried most of it and just had the one part sticking up. Put seats off in it. Looks like custom luxury seats. So good. And then everything he put in was pretty much black and red. It's just a great looking stadium. And I'm not sure if he would submit this one. And speaking of stadiums, he didn't submit for the Hit It Here contest or the Stadium of the Year contest. I think I played an extra game in the stadium he made because the one that I played in the season, I didn't hit very many home runs in it. Where was it? Boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, boom. I fucking lost it. Is this me hitting the thing? This is me showing that it actually shows the... Watch the red and blue streaks. The red streaks. Was it Bucky who hit it? Watch Bucky Crozier's. Oh, no, it was the red. Must have been Chris Morales. It stopped on the Hit It Here Cafe sign. I think it's mad impressive that they do that. Okay, this must be the clip of me actually doing it with Chris Morales. And Scotty, you saw this live. With the second hitter I used. There's one up on the roof. This was such a cool idea. Scott, I mentioned this. I was going to call if we find any more challenges that are as fun or, you know, worthy of some kind of competition where they get a free shirt. I wanted to name it Great Scott, but then I was like, well, it was your son who came up with the idea. Would you be willing to share your son's name so we can name the contest after him? Did I miss it? I don't remember it being this late into his round. Is that it? Is that the one? Nope. I remember starting off with Bucky. I was hitting a lot to the opposite field. There it is. Nope. That one's going to be wide right. That hit that beam that was out there. He's out of energy now. I must have missed it. That was cool. It hit the corner of the building there. Yeah, I thought it was pretty early into him. I remember just missing it at one point. All right, well, I'm not going to sit here and watch all of these again. Oh, here's playing in the new progressive field. I think it looks good in the game. I was really happy with how this turned out. I don't like their uniforms. I should have spent more time in, like, in years past, I've gone in and played games after messing with teams' uniforms, but this year I just made them and left them and started just because I was so late in getting to start this year. But I was so unhappy with a lot of these uniforms this year. I do not like either Sky Sox uniform, and it's usually one of my favorites. Yeah, it was Chris Morales. Scotty, I think I just missed it. 443 feet off the bat of Sherman Mosby. Well, this is another home run in the new park. Sherman Mosby's a beast. He's been fun to have. I was always trade for him and get him, and then like not like his stance or something. So I'd end up trading him. But I finally found one that I really like with that high kick, very aggressive looking swing, and he puts one high off the windows. I don't know why I have any highlights in the bar at the Moonshot Casino. I think the stadium's been on the channel enough. When I guess truly, unique stuff happens, I show it. Oh, I remember why it was that home run right there. You always wonder why you have that line in the home run fence. That's why. A couple inches to the right, and that ball's not a home run. One of my favorite things about baseball stadiums is they have these little quirks that make them fun like that. Don't. Here's some screenshots I took to show them the progress. Here's that field I was talking about earlier. I think it's called Catalina. I can't remember who did it. Let me see. I have it written down as one that ITGA, that's a big impact. Catalina, I don't remember who made this one, though. I can look, but I was hitting home runs all over the place here. I want to say it was a PFK Nunn or J-Disc 98. I thought maybe you. I don't think it was Young Gun 1417. I don't think it was Pfizer. Well, let's look. Haven't heard from Texas Eggs in a while. He said he's been playing college football games, but he did want to know about the end of the year contest, so he says he's been watching the videos. I think I mentioned him in one of the videos, and he messaged me. Shit, it's 3 o'clock. I wanted to be in bed before 3 o'clock. All right, what am I doing? Let's just lurk for this, and then we'll call it a night. I never realized how big those monsters are. Holy hell. Hey, this is Mr. Mudcap. Mr. Mud. The beach. Captain Obvious. We've been seeing from him lately. It's a cool looking stadium. Yep, PFK none. I knew it was one of those guys. He has canoes in this stadium, I'm sure. He even labeled them, right? Yeah, over here there's a sign telling you where the canoes are. And then suddenly in his next stadium, canoes are not allowed. There they are. Oh, PFK none. I got a kick out of that. And it's cool because when they're in the water, well, you can almost lower them enough where it looks like they're sitting in them. But yeah, I tried playing games in here, and I was just hitting home runs all over the place. Oh, these are like set dimensions, huh? Yeah. 270 down the line, 303 in the gap. I was like, yeah, I can't play here. That's not fair. Steve Stewart was like fucking hitting home runs all over the place. I agree. Cool idea. Just hit the other side of the X. Excellent. I'm going to call it a night too, guys. Thank you for sticking with me this whole video, J-Disc. So, yeah, if you want stadiums entered into the Stadium of the Year contest, send them before the 30th. You can have up to 3 or as little as 1 if you want. We'll vote on the stadiums after we've showcased them on that live event, and then you can respect the voter's decision or just choose one by yourself. It's totally up to you at that point. But after that, we'll put everyone's final stadium together, showcase them again. We'll pair everybody up in like a tournament style. We'll draw names out of the hat. You know, hey, it's Pfizer versus JDIS 98. It's Sewell 21 versus Arch. It's Murph versus Sandman Dan. It's Young Gun versus Mr. Murdercap. It's, you know, we'll just keep drawing names. It's Scotty Warren versus Sluggish Moth. No problem, Pfizer. Dude, I was just busting your balls. It's all good. Just busting your chops, man. I'll show them anytime you guys want them showed. But, yeah, then, you know, we'll just whittle it down to maybe the bottom 3 or whatever and pick a winner from there. The winner will get a shirt that I'm going to custom make for the winner, and you can pick one item from the store, the Studio 44 store. And then we'll be looking forward to 2025. Dude, Pfizer, last year, I was up against Sandman Dan and Sewell because we had an odd number of guys in the contest. So one group had to have 3, and it just so happened I was in a group of 3 with Dan and Sewell, and I got my ass kicked. Sewell, I agree with Sewell. He didn't put up the right stadium. He's still punching himself over not putting the Puerto Rico one that he made for the Sharks. It's one of the best stadiums he's ever made. It's one of the best stadiums anyone's ever made. Let's face it, it's fucking amazing. But I think he's got plenty of contenders this year. So, yeah, I think it's fun. Again, honor system. Obviously, I can't go in and check and see if someone else has downloaded or if someone else created the stadium before you did and you downloaded it and remixed it and you're claiming it as your own. I have no way of proving whether you did or not, but come on, man, honor system. It's a stupid little competition we're doing on YouTube with ridiculous prizes. So there's no reason to, you know, cheat or whatever. The stadium should be created in 2024. We couldn't all be finalists. You're right, Dodger Blue. Hey, man, good to see you. Have you created a stadium this year? Last year, you did pretty well with your Ebbets Dodger Stadium mixture. But yeah, honor system here. And like I said, the 24. So Pfizer, did you do Cyclone Field this year? Because like with the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, I didn't submit it last year because I created it way back in 21. And I've just been editing it every year, you know. So I kind of want to avoid those too. Like if you did Cyclone Field last year and you've been editing it here and there, as the time goes on. I prefer it to be this year. Again, honor system. I really have no way of telling whether you did or didn't. So, I mean, I'm not going to, throw anybody on the rack for, fudging things a little bit, but break anyone over the coals. Nice Saudi for him. But yeah, so we'll have fun with it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Rumor is Sewell wants to get involved with that stream, or he will be involved with that stream in some form. We'll get the phone call set up so you guys can call in if you want and talk about your stadiums live on the stream. Or again, you can do it in the chat box. Or if you don't think you'll be able to make the stream that day, just leave some information in the Google form when you fill it out. And I'll make sure I talk about it on the air. We've all been there, Dodger Blue. I've had times where I haven't been able to get to those games. Other things in life more important sometimes, but yeah. So that's the competition. That's the Stadium of the Year contest. I know we got some creators watching right now who are definitely capable of winning that contest. So find your 3 best stadiums, send them to me in one Google form. Up to 3, but doesn't have to be 3. And we'll go for there. And again, you'll hear me talk about it, in videos I record. Until then, I'll keep reminding you on the community tab and in other live streams. So, all right, I'm babbling. I'm tired. Time to go to bed. I'll probably be on again tomorrow as I will be recording the second part of my latest video. Keep me updated on that, Dodger Blue. Because we want to, just let me know. But yeah, I'll probably be on tomorrow because I have to record the second half of the video and then I'll have to play my games again. So I like to play after those situations. All right, I'm out. Thank you guys.